about game time. Bring the pain time.
We know MP came ready to play.
In the house.
He in the house.
This ain't a game, this how I live. Trap ain't dead, I'm for real. I'm in a big body switching gears. Naked wrists on several years. Now I'm on Aquafina, baby. Arena, baby. Pull up in it, yeah. Pull up brand new Beamer, baby. Came a long way from lunch trays and eating rice. Phone ain't got no service, I'm on a PJ. Waiting $50 to my name. Baby, you can't be scared now. To the 60th floor. Man, I'm big, baby. Moving bags for my baby. I pay your rent. Tinted windows on the rental. Nothing less than 5%. Deep, they ballin'. Beans, bags for my baby. Give me money. I'm a son. Ain't no spot on the phone. My little young one is out at Birkin. She ain't no break that stomach. 5'11" house. I can show you how to run it up. I really know it. Turn up into 100,000 on the goated.
I told you. Once you make the starting lineup, we're in the endorsement game now.
Yeah.
And look where we at.
Does that mean that you finally got me a shoe deal?
What? Come on, man. I ain't just get you one shoe deal. I got you 6.
Yeah, stop playing. What you mean?
All these people right here want to sign you. Okay, and they're more than happy to come to terms with us. All you got to do is tell me which one you want to go with, and we go.
Bro.
Great choice.
Yo, I cannot believe I'm getting paid to wear sneakers, man. This is the kind of thing that we dreamed about back in Plainview, man.
And this is just the start, okay? Look at the names on the spreadsheet. These are all the companies you can work with if you keep going the way you're going.
Yo, I appreciate all this, man. You putting in work, bro.
Come on, man. That's what you pay me for. This ain't no charity. I'm here to help you maximize your brand. Nothing left on the table.
Hey, respect, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
this
no
is
doubt.
major, man.
No doubt.
All right.
Mama, there goes that man.
You guys got this! I know you do!
And a little glimpse, a little feel of basketball fever. These fans are feeling it in anticipation of this big game. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Wednesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to find their form.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine and Williams up in the forward position. Dosunmu is out there with Mr. Perfect, and it's Smith in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Memphis, filling in the perimeter slots, it's Smart and Bain. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson, and it's Morant in at point guard. Now the Grizzlies, Shams, had a tough season, but boy, did they find a gem with G.G. Jackson.
To get a player like that in the second round, I think there was shock around the league that G.G. dropped that far in the draft. His skill set is apparent. He's able to score with the best of them at such a young age.
Who knows what his ceiling is going to be, my goodness.
G.G. Jackson seems like he's a complete find for this organization.
And here are the Grizzlies with it. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes together. We discussed the prospect of facing off against Zach LaVine. Coach said Zach is an uber athlete who can jump out of the gym, but he also has such a nice three-point shot, it makes LaVine a headache. We'll switch up who's guarding him as the game progresses. Of course, LaVine can beat you so many different ways. That'll be fun to watch tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here's Morant after the three-pointer from Mr. Perfect.
Best dunking point guard in the game, Ja Morant.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. So Shams, when the league brought in that 65-game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by. And that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA teams and different accolades.
Yes, well said.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Outside, Bain. Outside, Jackson. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
And Jackson Jr. takes a good number of threes for a reason, because he's confident in his ability to drain it from here.
Drills the three-pointer. Mr. Perfect's got 13. Well, you may have heard MP just signed his first shoe deal. Certainly a big moment for him.
And teaming up with Jordan Brand, an incredible place to get your first shoe deal with. Congrats to MP. What an awesome achievement.
And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try if you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two. Let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree. And so it's Memphis with it, following the three from Mr. Perfect. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Now the Bulls with it. They're on an 18-7 run. Misses from close range. And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. 11-point game. Smart kicks to Morant. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Hey, Shams, for the Bulls, the overall approach has seemed to be steady as she goes, stay in our lane. business as usual. But do you think that'll continue?
And business has been good, Kevin. One of the best attendance rates in the league. But listen, this is a Bulls organization that has to figure out its right direction and see how they can continue to build and find a way to build from the ground up and reach new heights, whether it is going a more rebuilding route, more in the middle route, versus going and really taking big swings. I think this is an organization that is very much trying to find their direction.
Oh, you're kind of setting the table. What could happen with this team? Good stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
All right, everybody, get back in there.
Three from the inbound. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And that's 23 points for Mr. Perfect. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement. That will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. In the backcourt, it's Morant and Smart. The forwards for him, Bain and Jackson. And it's Edey in at center. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Bulls trail by 8. Here's Mr. Perfect. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And what a treat it was to have Sean stop by. He's definitely become part of the fabric of the NBA.
Yeah, and I'll say this. You won't need a harder worker in terms of NBA coverage. Shams has amazing dedication to his craft. Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the miss by Ja Morant. Takes a three. Mr. Perfect can't hit. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Bain played in with a nice touch off the glass. Bain's got his second basket of the night.
Just look at the body of Bain. He's so strong, and that helps him down low.
And Mr. Perfect gets it to go.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Morant scanning the floor. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's Mr. Perfect. No good with the triple. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Grizzlies up by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all.
Taking a look here at the Grizzlies. Right now, a lot of teams are still figuring things out, shuffling rotations, and players are trying to get their timing back.
Yeah, plenty of adjustments in the early stages. So let's move on now to this Grizzlies game, which has turned out to be a tight one.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as...
That'll do it for our show.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game for Mr. Perfect.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Great to see him playing up to his full potential. This will do so much for his confidence.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Levine and Williams up in the forward position. Mr. Perfect out there with Dosunmu. And it's Smith in at the center. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting the cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
And here's Jackson after the three-pointer from Mr. Perfect. Bain, no good. Here's Mr. Perfect, guarded by Morant. Morningstar. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Grizzlies. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, we saw it in Boston, and we're seeing it in Memphis. Marcus Smart is a key piece in any lineup, Stan.
Yeah, look, you can just plug Marcus Smart in, especially to your defense. Multiple times on the all-defensive team, and he became so much better being able to run an offense, direct traffic, keep a team together.
And if he can just stay healthy, that will be maybe the missing part of his career.
Yeah, and that's the challenge right now. Well, he's a competitive guard who plays with a real edge. Smart helps set the tone for the attitude of this team.
And so, Smart nails both of them. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
There's Morant after the made shot from Mr. Perfect. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Outside, Levine. Pass to Mr. Perfect. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Morant outside. And another miss by Memphis.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Good. Another from 3.
He's scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. In the corner, it's Bain. Outside, Smart. Memphis moving that ball around. Down low. Here's Morant. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, and they're able to get their first bucket of the second half after 4 straight misses.
Here's Mr. Perfect. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. That one good for 2.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Mr. Perfect.
And you can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
Now, here's Bain. Morant with a wide open look. And again, Memphis no good.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
And again, that gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And Mr. Perfect gets it to go.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Here's Edie after the made shot from Mr. Perfect. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Smart.
Quick release there from Smart.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to talk to his guys. Some changes for... And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, the mid-range has been open for them, so you've got to take what the defense gives, and that's been a great attack in this situation.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
In the backcourt, it's Morant and Smart. Jackson is out there with Williams. And it's Aldama with the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second.
And again for 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight.
And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Morant passes to Aldama. There's the 3. And it's Morant missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Smart, Master Williams, outside Jackson. Morant, right side. And another miss by Memphis.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Connects again from distance.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
He passed Curry's high a little earlier, and now he's matched Clay's mark. Didn't think we'd see a show like this coming into tonight, but here we are.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Edie's checked in for Santi Aldama. Jaren Jackson comes in for Gigi Jackson. And it's Bain in for Williams. And the Bulls making a change also. Williams is checked in. Right now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge. Good! Another from 3.
And that is a 3 that would put him in the record book.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And Klay Thompson, viewed as one of the best shooters ever to play this game. Hard to believe that the mark of 14 made threes has been passed here this evening.
And now we head to center court where MP has a few words for us.
Obviously, this isn't something you really prepare for. It's crazy. Setting the record for threes in a game. It takes me back to what it took to get here. All those hours alone in the gym with just my dreams. Now they're coming true. It's because of all the hard work that I put in and also all the hard work that my teammates put in. So thank y'all. And I also want to thank all the three-point shooters from NBA history, the ones that made this shot into the weapon that it's become. Steph, Dame, Ray, Larry. Now you got to add my name to the list. And I'm just getting started. So thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Clearly, Greg, just a dream come true for MP. Standing on the shoulders of giants who came before him.
And no doubt, Kevin, those giants paved the way. But MP is the one who just took three-point shooting to a whole other level.
1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's Mr. Perfect. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Smart deciding where to go with it. Pass to Morant. And he banks in the layup. Morant's got 14 points here in the second half.
Wanting the ball in these spots is what makes Morant the leader that he is.
A three ball. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Smart. From outside, off the mark. And Chicago shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Mr. Perfect. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Bulls lead by 6.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league. Well, that's why you give Morant the ball down the stretch. He does not fear the big moments.
Morningstar. And good! There's another.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single.
Second personal foul.
26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. 14 foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And so it's Memphis with it. Pass to Jackson. This one for 3. Mr. Perfect with the rebound. Here's Chicago. They're on a 16-4 run right now. And another one falls. Amazing.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's 100 are the only.
So you just set the record for most three-pointers made in a game. What are you feeling right now?
You know what? If they had a 4-point line, I would have set that record tonight too.
Now that you've set this record, other defenses are going to want to make sure you don't do the same to them. How do you think they'll respond?
challenge for sure. You know, you just got to keep getting good looks and obviously stay hot all night. Teams, they're going to watch their film and try new things. But you just got to stay one step ahead. You know what I mean?
Yes. All right. Well, thanks so much. Congrats.
Thank you.
See ya.
See you soon.
Bye.
All right.
Papa?
Joe, when you're as hot as you were tonight, does it feel like you're playing a different game from the other 9 guys on the court?
You know, Joe, fans like to see someone push the boundaries of what's acceptable. There's always that energy out there, the desire to see how high the individual can rise.
Huh.
Michelle.
Do you care how long your record lasts?
Yep. No, not at all. You know, records only really come to life when they're threatened or broken. So I'm glad I gave the future something to shoot for.
Thanks, MP.
Thank you, Michelle.
Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out.